There goes nothing. Welcome back, everybody. You're watching Drumsmack on T Radio V. We're at the 2014 NAMM show, and we are with Bill with the familiar name in percussion world, Pork Pie Percussion. Bill, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Just another NAMM show.
Just another one. How many does this make for you now?
This is about, I think it's my 22nd.
22nd. Does it seem like it gets louder every year? Because, damn, it's so loud tonight.
It's that and me getting older doesn't help.
A combination, right?
Exactly.
Well, I've always loved you guys' snare drums. And I think that's probably what you're most known for, right?
Sure. Yep.
Snare drums. Now, I see drum sets here. Tell us a little bit about what you've been up to. And, for people that may not know, tell us a little bit what makes pork pie.
Sure. Well, let's start off with that first.
Sure.
I think the thing that separates my drums from a lot that's out there, there's other people that do what I do, but we do everything by hand.
Okay.
I don't have, the only machines I have are drill presses and buffing machines. We even mark all the holes by hand.
Really?
Yeah, everything.
Wow.
I cut all the bearing edges. All the bearing edges are sanded by hand, no machines. So it's a lot of love that goes into them.
So on your bearing edges, is it like you have a special edge? You use kind of like a rounded?
Well, let's use this kit for an example. This kit is 10, 12, 14, 16, 22, right? So the toms have a 45-degree edge on the inside with a round over countercut on the outside.
All right.
Bass drums, all my bass drums floor toms and bass drums starting at 18 and up, they all get a 60-degree edge on the inside, or a 30, depends on which side of the blade you look at, with a round over countercut. But the round over on a bass drum is bigger than a tom because the collar of a bass drum head where it sits on the drum has a bigger radius. It's a bigger collar than a tom head.
I see.
So the edge accommodates the bigger collar on the head.
Oh, very nice. So specifically like Evans and stuff like that, the 360 series, it's made like a little bit bigger head to kind of fit on a lot.
Yep.
So with that rounded, not only is it going to fit better, it's just going to have pure tone and probably a warmer tone, right?
Yes, you get a marriage between the head and the edge. If my bearing edge is cut like this, the collar of the head comes here, they sit together.
Yeah.
So the vibration goes from the middle of the drum out and into the shell.
So for a very pure tone.
Yes, exactly.
All right. Well, can we hit one drum just to kind of get like
Sure.
It's like a little sample?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Check it out, Cam. Wow, really clear, really warm, clear tones.
Very precise.
Anything new with the snare drums this year?
This has been the hit right here. Looks like a regular maple shell, right?
Okay.
But you turn it over and look on the inside. There's a sheet of brass in between the plies of the drum.
Cam, can you catch that?
So this is a 16-ply maple shell, and in between the 8 plies is a sheet of brass. And the brass runs end to end on the shell, all the way through.
Now let me ask you this, Bill. What's the purpose of the brass? What's that going to do?
Well, what it does is if you take a bell brass snare drum shell with no hardware on it, and you hold it on your finger and you tap it, it rings out like a bell, nice and bright. You take one of these shells with no hardware on it, and you hold it on your finger and you tap it, it has that same ring, but it sounds like a wood ring.
Wow.
Instead of it being bright, it's very warm.
Oh, wow.
And what people have been saying about this, this is another snare drum right here, what everybody has been saying when they hit it, after a certain point of playing it, you get to a certain point of the force that you hit it with, then the brass comes out.
Okay.
The brass kicks in, basically.
All right.
So if you start off, sounds just like a snare drum.
Okay. Wow. This gets bigger and then just like a lot more cut.
It doesn't clip. It doesn't stop. It keeps. It won't die on you.
So what you're saying is you just have this amazing range dynamically where
Yes.
you can just kind of just buzz right into, like I want to cut right now,
Exactly.
and there it is.
Or you can. It has a lot of finesse all the way over on the edge.
Oh, nice.
It'll have the same feel all the way across.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Same sensitivity.
Well, thank you so much for giving us some of your time and showing
Absolutely.
us your great products. And we'll definitely talk to you really soon.
I enjoy that.
All right, Bill from Pork Pie Percussion, everyone. You're watching Drumsmack on T Radio V. Please stick around.
Have a good NAMM.
NAMM.